Good morning and welcome to a day in the life of me, 2020, and this is the month of September. So I'm just getting my morning routine going, and now I need to get out of my jammies, which just consists of leggings and a t-shirt, and I'm going to get into my exercise outfit and put in my contacts, get my hair back, and then do my skincare. My skincare is really simple. It just consists of half raw apple cider vinegar and half water being put on my face. So I'm going to go do that and pop into my exercise clothes and then continue on with my day. So I just got into my exercise outfit, I got my hair back and out of the way, got my contact lenses in, and now I'm getting ready to do my morning skincare, which is very simple but very effective. It is this. And this is apple cider vinegar. It's half raw apple cider vinegar and then the other half is water. And I just put it on my face. And it is a natural moisturizer, it is a natural toner, it is a natural cleanser, it helps get rid of acne, it helps clear up and soothe eczema. And I used to have acne on my forehead and eczema by my nose. Those are all gone. It pH balances the face. If your face is too dry, it makes it more moist. I actually have a little bit of shine and oil to my face now, making it more moist because I've been doing this. Before my skin was really dry. If your skin is really oily, it helps kind of dry it out so it's not too oily. It pH balances the skin, and it contains alpha hydroxy acids, which we know are for anti-aging and is a fabulous chemical exfoliant. Now I'm making breakfast, and I'm making a pot of oatmeal. And I'm using my Dutch oven because it's my favorite, but I certainly could be using a smaller pot for this. But the way I make oatmeal is not according to the directions on the box, but it works for us. I take oats. I'll use old-fashioned or quick oats. Today I'm using old-fashioned. And I just put a couple of cups of oats into my pot. I have the heat on high, and I added water just enough to cover the oats. And then I pop it on high heat. So it's on high heat right now. And I am just going to stir it and watch it for about a minute until it starts boiling. Then once it starts boiling, I'm going to turn off the heat, and then I'm going to add the rest of my ingredients. And here you are about a minute or two later, and it got boiling really good, so I turned off the heat. Now it's just sitting on here without the heat on, and it's just finishing cooking in the really hot water as the water starts cooling down, and the oatmeal has thickened considerably. So now I'm going to add the rest of my ingredients while it finishes doing its thing in there. So let's see here. I think I'm going to start with, let's start with some butter so that we can get that in there melting. Butter in oatmeal is delicious. So I have a little bit of this butter left, so let's finish that off. And that's not enough butter, so I'm going to grab about half a stick here. And that's sitting in there and melting nicely. And then on top of that, I'm going to put in approximately a handful's worth of raisins. I just kind of shake that in. And then in this measuring cup, while I was waiting for this to boil, I popped in about a half cup of honey, and then I threw in about a fourth cup of brown sugar on top of that. So in goes brown sugar and honey, and I only use raw honey, pure raw honey. It's the good stuff. Yes, it's more expensive, but it has so many health benefits for the immune system. It's worth it. And of course, it's delicious. And then to that, I'm going to add just a small handful of slivered almonds. A little bit more, because I really like those. And before I do anything else to it, let's get all this mixed in. Now, I could leave it just like this, and if you're lactose intolerant or you don't drink milk or whatever, then this is good enough. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish mixing this, then I'm going to dish out a bowl for my lactose intolerant family member, and then I'm going to add some milk. So, I'm going to get this mixed and dish some of this out before I add milk. So I dished out for my lactose intolerant family member, so the rest of the oatmeal is going to get some milk. I don't measure. I just pour in until it starts to look pretty. And it also depends on how thin or thick you like your oatmeal. And now I'm just going to mix in the milk, and this makes the oatmeal nice and creamy. The essence of deity is not to be participated in by the creature. Between the creature and the Creator there must ever be a gulf fixed in the respect of essence. But as the first man Adam was made in the So as you saw, there was a lot of exercising. I put in about 2 hours of exercise today. So I did my usual hour of exercise, and my daughter is currently going through an exercise program that she asked me to be her exercise buddy with. So I've also been exercising with her on the 3-week program that she's been going through. So that was 2 hours of exercising, but I love exercising, so I do consider that fun. So now I'm all cleaned up and ready for the day, and we are setting up lunches. And today everybody is making their own lunch. We're generally just making sandwiches like PB&J sandwiches and having some pickles on the side. So now we're chowing down on lunch. Afternoon portion of our homeschool, so we just did our afternoon read aloud, and the boys are doing their PT, physical training. Meanwhile, my 14-year-old doesn't need to because she did an hour workout today, and so the boys are just now finishing their physical training, and then I'm going to set a timer, and my 2 high schoolers are going to go into silent reading, and then my older one, who has already graduated, he's working on online certification courses, and then my oldest is in his 20s and has been out on his own, living his own adult life. So we're going to go ahead and get moved on to afternoon silent reading. So while the kids are working on their silent reading time, I have several homeschool books strewn out across the table, because this is the time that I take to go over and set up our homeschool plans for the next day. So I am setting up tomorrow's homeschool. And now the kids are finishing up their silent reading and getting ready to clean up from breakfast and lunch, doing the dishes, changing the trash, etc. And then after they're done with that, they will finish up the rest of their school assignments for the day. Meanwhile, it is time for me to do my housework. And now we're up to grading and corrections portion of homeschool, and then we'll be done with homeschool for the day. Oh, I see my cutie coming in. I should have went out to meet him, but I didn't hear him pull up.
Ever-loving.
Welcome home for work, my handsome.
Thanks, my good Dilly.
And now we are heading out to have a supper at church and a Bible study.
It has a slight miss at idle because there's oil on the spark plugs.
And now we are back from church, and my bread is sat on the counter and cooled down completely while we were gone. So it is time for me to slice the bread and get it put away.